My name is Carolyn Duncan. I'm an attorney with Duncan Legal in Centennial, Colorado. We practice family law in the Metro Denver area, which of course is Arapahoe, Douglas, Jefferson, and Denver counties. Today I'm going to talk about how does child support get calculated. So the first thing we have to do is we have to figure out how many overnights you're going to have pursuant to your parenting plan so we can figure out which worksheet we need to use. We use worksheet A if you have 92 overnights or less. So it doesn't matter if you have 10 overnights, 56 overnights, or 91 overnights. It's going to be straight child support. Worksheet B, though, is dependent on how many overnights you have over 93 overnights. So the closer you get to a 50-50 parenting plan, your child support's going to be less. But you don't really see a big difference between 110 overnights and 92 overnights, maybe $50, $75. You start seeing that big gap the closer you get to 50-50. So once we figure out which worksheet we're going to use, then we take the gross income. That's before taxes, and we put that in for mom and dad. Then we put in how much is the health insurance. It's not the overall cost of health insurance, it's the child's portion only. So for example, if you're a family of 3 and you're providing the health insurance, we would take that number and we would divide by 3 and we would put that 1/3 onto the child support worksheet. And if your child is in daycare or after school care, we put that on as well. And then we also put these ongoing extraordinary expenses. An example of that would be orthodontics, because you pay that usually for a couple of years. It's not a one-time expense. Other expenses can also be included on the child support worksheet, but it's not required. So for example, if your child has a tutor or is enrolled in private school, that expense can go onto it. If you have travel expenses associated with your parenting time, that can also go on there. Usually the travel expenses get included if we're crossing state lines, but it could be that you live up in the northern part of the state and your other spouse lives down in the south part of the state. But usually the travel expenses have to do with airfare. You will split the cost of airfare. And if your child's under the age of 12, there will be a parent traveling with that child for parenting time. Usually child support is straightforward. We all use the software program, we plug in the numbers, and it spits out the child support. However, there are also other options. You can request a deviation. That's like, I want more child support or I want to pay less child support. Usually if we're asking for a deviation though, that takes a court hearing because people don't always volunteer to do that. Call Duncan Legal today. Let's look at your child support options and review what's best for you.